Landscapers long for golden sunset light that bathes a landscape scene in warm directional rays. It can add an extra dimension to rival images of the same location taken during the day, subconsciously filling the viewer's mind with a warm feeling. However, you can't always be at the right place at the right time, so what's the solution? Well, thanks to Affinity Photo 2, you can recreate the look of a sunset scene to any landscape image using the powerful tools in the software's photo persona. Being able to finally control the colour and spread of lighting effect means you can take control and bring your vision to life. Plus, the best part of this technique is that it can be done relatively quickly, saving you time so you can get back out there with the camera. Our first job is to source the lighting effect option, and the great news is that this feature is non-destructive, so if you do make a mistake and want to start over, then you won't damage your background image. Head over to the Layers panel and locate the Live Filters option, which is identified by an egg timer icon. Click on it and scroll down, there's quite a lot of options, and find Lighting. When you click on this, a dialog box will appear and there'll be a lot of options, but don't worry, we're going to work through these. Our first job is to change the colour of the light, which is set to white by default. There are three boxes: specular colour, ambient light colour, and simply a colour here. So let's just work through them all. And when the colour wheel appears, drag it and select an orange tone. Do the same with the second box. Drag it and select an orange tone and you'll see your image start to change. Let's do this for the final box. And there we go. You've seen a big difference already. Now, it's time to change the shape of your lighting effect, and while this may come down to personal preference and be dependent on your individual image, I find changing the type option from spot, which is set at default, to point works much better. So spot works quite well for urban scenes with artificial city lighting, but point is the best for landscape scenes. Now, with the type of light refined, it's now time to reposition the source of light, and this should be done with consideration. Use the mouse to click and drag the point circle over to an area where you think it would look most natural for the source of light to appear from. Now, flooding the whole frame with orange light won't bring around that natural looking effect, so it's best to decrease the size of your point circle by heading to the distance slider and just dragging it down. Alternatively, if you want to increase this, you will flood the frame with light. But I want to go for a more subtle effect, so I'm decreasing it to around 18%. Or in fact, I'll go down a bit lower, maybe down to 15%. There we go. This will also cause the corners of the frame to fall into darkness, and that's what gives it that natural looking effect. Okay, in your point circle, you'll see that there's almost a highlight of light, and this might compromise the natural looking effect of the lighting. So if you do want to decrease this, head up to the shininess slider back in the dialog box and decrease this by dragging the slider to the left. I think that's all right for my image. Now, you can stop here and export the file, but there's an extra step you can add that really injects an extra level of pop to your sunset scene. All you have to do is to head back to the dialog box one last time and locate the blend mode option, which of course is set to normal by default. Now, you can have a play with this, but the two options I'd recommend are either multiply or vivid light, which really makes that orange light pop in the background. So this was our start image, and this is what we've done with just a few steps in Affinity Photo 2. Quite the difference. So all you need to do now is head to File, scroll down to Export, and you can save the file in your chosen format, whether that be a JPEG, TIFF or PSD. Have fun recreating the look of golden light in your landscape images, and I'll see you next time.